You are about to experience the coolest 49 hours you could possibly imagine. This fraternity is like no other fraternity. If you take away anything from this week, you are part of something special. And there's so many cool success stories. This is the most talented group we've ever had. You're the biggest, you're the fastest, you're the strongest. Of all the people in this world that don't give a rat's ass about what you're ranked, I'm number one. What I want to do is I want to expose you to the bigness of this job. This is a big ass job, playing quarterback. And the better you are, the bigger it gets. This is so much more than a football camp. If you take it in, it'll change your life for the better.
This is the Elite 11, a competition that for 19 years has determined the top high school quarterbacks in the country.
We here, y'all the best, let's be the best, right?
13 regional competitions whittled a pool of over 1,000 rising seniors down to the best 24, who will now vie for a place in the Elite 11.
Now you guys are seeing it? Nice discipline, nice discipline!
Those who remain will battle it out at Nike headquarters in Oregon.
I'm sure some of these kids will be playing on Sundays.
Oh, nice!
And the MVP will be crowned.
Just make it look easy. Oh, new leader of the clubhouse!
80% of today's NFL quarterbacks belong to this distinguished fraternity. Rodgers, Stafford, Breeze, Ben, Luck, Jameis. You don't yet know these future NFL stars, but you will.
Fellas, you guys play the most important position on the field.
He's heating up! Oh, what a ball!
This is the Elite 11. Day 1. 24 of the top high school quarterbacks in the nation will arrive in Los Angeles to compete for a spot in the Elite 11. Over the next 3 days, they will be presented with a series of tests. For some, it will all come crashing down. It is those who can navigate the waves and stay standing that will eventually be named Elite.
Yeah. It's a toast to the good life. I said it's a toast to the good life.
Flying out of California, this was my first flight. What scared me was the turbulence, like I call it the air bumps. Yeah, and I got scared.
I'm ready to get this thing started, just to show I'm the number one quarterback in the country. That's really my main goal.
I kind of see us all on the same level. Everybody's on a clean slate, stars don't matter, offers don't matter.
My ultimate goal in this is to win it. I think I'm ready for whatever they throw at us, and if I'm not, well, I'll just roll with it.
Heading the Elite 11 competition is Super Bowl champion Trent Dilfer, who has dedicated his post-playing career to building the next generation of quarterbacks.
What keeps me up at night are the failure stories. Dozens of kids that had great Elite 11 experiences and shredded this camp and then went on to do nothing. What I think I've missed in the past is how innately insecure each one of these boys are. At 17, you're not aware of your insecurities. I want to create an environment where we're teaching them how to truly trust themselves, because if you have trust in yourself, there's no mountain I can't go climb.
Back home, each of these quarterbacks is the best player at their high school, but here, they're in the company of 23 others just like them. As they head over to the field for practice 1, they look forward to seeing how they stack up against their peers for the first time in a competitive environment.
I feel like I can compete with anyone, and that's my goal everywhere I go, is to be the best guy out here.
Trevor Lawrence is the number one quarterback in the country, and I just want to kind of see how I stack up against him.
Trevor Lawrence is like one of my good friends. I met him through camps, but I want to be better. He's the same way. He wants to win the MVP. We're both going after the same goal.
I've heard a lot about Justin Fields. I know he just moved up to the number one dual threat quarterback. I'm interested to see how I compare to him. I'm one of the best in the country, so I definitely feel like I have a chance to win the MVP.
Mad respect to all these guys out here. I'm just gonna go out, compete, have a blast, and go rip it.
Each of the 24 quarterbacks seeking a spot in the Elite 11 enters with a ranking based off of their high school film and performance at the regional competitions. And each practice will give the coaching staff the necessary data points to adjust those rankings until a final list is determined.
Good finish. Nice ball. There we go.
Day one is install. We have a robust NFL-style playbook with over 100 plays.
Here
we go.
Somebody's learning!
We just worked on them getting acclimated to what we're going to ask them to do so they can go and compete with it tomorrow.
The guys who are at the Elite 11 competition this week are going to be the guys in 2 to 3 years who are the face of college football.
That's unstoppable.
Their size and athleticism and just natural raw ability is so much farther ahead than what we've seen in the past.
A lot of 6'3" and above guys.
Ooh, I like that move. Beautiful.
I cannot believe 16 and 17-year-olds can be this big, this strong, this talented.
Good. Nice. Oh, yeah.
Hey, bring it on. K's on 2, 1, 2. K!
This year's class is brimming with talent.
Sprint right here.
But there's one that stands above the rest.
Go.
He is the hands-down favorite to win the Elite 11 MVP. Cartersville, Georgia is a quaint southern town with a population of only 20,000. But it is also home to the consensus #1 high school quarterback in the nation. 6'6" Trevor Lawrence led his Hurricanes to Georgia State titles in each of the last 2 seasons and has committed to the national champion Clemson Tigers.
He's a phenomenal talent, a big arm, a great leader.
Here we go, hard work on 2, 1, 2.
Hard.
Maybe out of high school, maybe a once-in-a-lifetime player for us to have.
Fast.
Oh, good play, Sonny.
Other people would tell us how well he was doing. And
Nice catch, TJ.
I was like, I mean, do you really think he's that good?
Hey yo, hello, nice to meet you, Trey Blaze in attendance, and I got the game with me, and they OTG fitted, out to get it, pay attention, I'm a man on the mission, put a target on them, homie, watch me no-scope competition.
Work.
In my career, I've thrown for over 10,000 yards and 120 touchdowns. Deshaun Watson has the record for passing yards in Georgia. But I think I can break his record if I just have another good year.
During practice 1 of the Elite 11 finals, there's some early standouts.
Nice!
Not surprisingly, it all begins with 6'6" Clemson commit, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence kind of reminds me of Joe Flacco. Probably a little bit better athlete than Joe, but that same longer guy that can play compact, gets it out quick.
I couldn't do any of this stuff when I was 17.
Trevor is a guy that can be drafted on day 1 in the NFL draft for sure.
But there are 23 other quarterbacks gunning for the top spot.
Good.
And that starts with Justin Fields, winner ranked #2.
Nice ball, Justin.
He is also the star shortstop at his Georgia high school, 20 miles away from Trevor Lawrence's hometown.
He's elite in both. He will be draftable in baseball.
We'll see about that, but my first love has always been football.
Ton of upside, great qualities about him. He's got a little Marcus Mariota in him. But another guy that he reminds me of as far as just stroke and passing the football, size and frame, is Jameis Winston.
Customer service, Justin, customer service.
But this is more than just a 2-horse race. South Carolina commit to Kerryon Joyner, winners ranked #5, is a dual sport athlete who was offered to play basketball at UNC by Roy Williams.
So jacked about Takarian Joyner. You know, his film is as exceptional as you'll find.
He's a Tyrod Taylor type of player that can extend with his legs, that can beat you outside the pocket, and that ultimately can have a 10 to 12-year career.
The only concern you have is the ball can fall apart at times. Just hasn't been exposed to a lot of high-level coaching, and that's okay.
Come here. So don't stop everything and take this. You drive through this and you drive it just like you're throwing a go ball.
I gotta separate myself somewhere because everybody can throw the ball.
Oh yeah! That was awesome!
Where am I different? You know, I guess that's what I have to focus on.
Matthew Corral at Long Beach Poly. He might have the strongest arm we've had in this camp since Matthew Stafford.
Stafford over the middle, caught!
You watch the tape, and I thought Brett Favre-type playmaker. Incredible spatial awareness, like his ability to have people close to him and kind of wiggle out of stuff or spin out of stuff. It's splash reel after splash reel watching his tape.
Right now, he throws the ball one tempo, and that is heat. The challenge is going to be to get him to throw a different type of passes. Customer service. Not everybody ordered their plate with hot sauce.
It's a blessing to get the knowledge from these coaches and for them to pass down everything that they have.
Go. That was a good job. Nice.
And then there's Quincy Patterson from Chicago, Illinois, a city not known for elite quarterbacks. Coming in ranked number 23, Patterson is supremely talented, but lacks experience as a passer.
This is a grown man, 6'3", 236.
Yeah. There you go, good job.
It's really going to be fascinating to watch him in this Shark Tank this weekend to see how he competes.
There it is. Very nice.
I just have to stay focused and just make sure that I'm worried about myself and nobody else.
As the intensity builds in Los Angeles on day one of the Elite 11 finals, the pressure mounts.
There we go. That's your best one. That's a dime.
But pressure is something these top recruits have been facing for years. As high school football becomes more competitive, so does the pursuit by Division I programs for future stars that can be groomed into NFL-level talent.
The recruiting process started picking up for me in the spring of my freshman year. Colorado State was my first offer. Then some really big schools started offering me. I got LSU, Ole Miss.
I guess it was kind of overwhelming when we went to the mailbox, and I bet you there was 100 from a single school.
They're supporting you and they're like trying to push that on you, so it's cool.
He's riding a pterodactyl in a suit and then has Clemson button on him.
Clemson's sincerity and what they kind of wanted me to get out of Clemson, not what they wanted to get out of me, I think was a big thing that gravitated me towards Clemson.
Dominance on the football field earned Trevor Lawrence the right to have his pick of top college programs. But the level of popularity that comes with being the nation's #1 quarterback was greatly unexpected.
We'll be out somewhere and someone will come up to him and want an autograph, and we're like, oh, wait. You know, that's when it kind of hits you a little bit.
I didn't like it. I was like, this is a lot of pressure for a kid, because then the media angle is, can you retain the #1 spot? And that story goes on forever.
Right.
Since 1998, the Elite 11 staff has been providing tools to high school quarterbacks who later develop into NFL athletes.
What's one thing that would help me sleep better at night?
And that goes far beyond the X's and O's.
We've started doing NFL-style combine interviews with the quarterbacks.
It's an extremely stressful process. Not often are you in front of the general manager, the head coach, the player personnel director, the team psychologist. And it's your job interview to prove to that team that they should invest in you.
The difference is that we're not interviewing for a job, but when we touch something that we know is real, it becomes a learning process.
What is it like being the top? In first place?
Good, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes it's stressful and a lot of people pulling at me.
What does that mean? A lot of people are pulling at me.
The expectations are set so high from just such an early age. So now it's almost like you feel like you can only go down from here, you know?
Yes.
You know, I don't do this right, that right. People will say I'm overrated, do this or that. So, I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, but the bigger trap is that you're defining your worth based on what people are saying about you. Your expectation is you against you.
Yeah.
So how could you be going this way? If you know you can get better.
Yeah, you're right. It's a blessing and a curse, but this is what I guess you'd say I signed up for and what I wanted, so I'm ready for it.
As the first day's practice nears its completion, head coach Trent Dilfer decides to turn up the heat.
Have you heard the term firm with an arc? It's got to come out high and it's got to finish on the mask. It should take his hands and make him want to do that. That's the type of energy on the ball. Are we clear? This is one of your first tests. Devin, you're up. Leighton Flat, you're better earlier. Take a seat. Quincy Patterson.
We ran a goal router from the outside, and then you have to put it on the money right here.
Come on, Q. Oh, yeah! That's it.
And then what made it ideal is we had about a 15-mile-per-hour wind in our face. Bradley! So we could kind of figure out which guys had the juice, to cut it through the wind. Ah, get it up! Just got him killed. Jack West. Take a seat, and you just killed your left tackle. DTR. Let's go.
I had a nice little ball at the end, and everybody kind of got excited.
Oh, yeah! Shot.
Really good. Fields.
Every throw counts. Every throw matters.
Boom.
Yeah.
There we go. To Carrion. Let's go. Remember what George taught you, nice and smooth, right?
Well, I was kind of nervous, I'm not gonna lie, so I know I didn't perform at my best at all.
Take a seat, take a seat. Corral.
You just have to execute it.
Let's go.
Just be calm and smooth.
Really good. I see the fire. I wanted to kind of pick out a guy that everybody had seen throw the ball throughout the day at a high level. You know who's last?
Let's go, Trevor.
Now you want to see how does he handle that? Being pushed to the front of the pack, what does he do?
Oh my God, let's go, Trevor.
It's good to stack up against those other guys and get put on the spot, and so I thought that was a lot of fun.
Shout out to him for proving himself day one, but also the other guys could look around and say, okay, well, that's what it looks like. Bring it up, guys. Nice job. Bring it up. Bring it up. Well, guys, our first war room.
Each night at the Elite 11 Finals, we'll have our war room. We're going back over the day and what we saw to try and whittle it down to the quarterbacks that will be selected as the Elite 11.
All right, well, let's pay off the top. Trevor's kind of an easy discussion, right? He makes very difficult things look easy. I think what was interesting, though, was he was looking around. He wanted to see where he stacked up.
A competition like this, it's kind of hard to sometimes separate yourself because all those guys are good up there. All of them can throw it, and we're throwing an air right now.
So a guy who came in high, like DeCarrion Joyner, who we love his tape. I think he's got a chance to get a lot better up until Sunday, but obviously he's got work to do.
In different areas, I feel like I can grow, and I think that's why I'm glad to be in this situation I'm in now with the Elite 11.
We didn't talk about Fields, who I absolutely love today.
He's not just an athlete throwing the ball around. He's a passer that happens to be a really, really exceptional athlete, too. It'll just be interesting as we ratchet it up. Does he separate, or does he kind of fall back? Tomorrow night's really gonna matter. The first rankings come out.
I can't wait to see the first list posted.
Honestly, I haven't thought about where I was ranked. We got a lot of good quarterbacks out here.
Hopefully I'm number one. That's what I'm going for.
Greatness is within us. Here now. Vision's clear now.
Pro Day is the big audition.
Play strong.
No fear now.
You gotta perform at your best. No balls hit the turf. We rate every ball.
Bam, that's 3 city. Here we go, coming up. Oh, that's beautiful.
Starts giving us the data points we need to find the 11.
Oh, yeah.